So today we are here to do some EFT. This is an extraordinary technique. I have benefited so massively from emotional freedom technique, also known as tapping, in my life. It has been such a beautiful technique to use. I just want to say hi. There's people already joining us. We have Paula's in the house, so great. We have Chad here, Patty's here, Mo is here. This is so wonderful. So good to be with you all. Yay! I'm so glad you're here for some EFT. So while people are gathering for the next, I guess we'll just give them like another minute or two. I'm just going to tell this story about my experience with EFT and money. So there was a time where I had created this massive financial goal for myself and really no way to back it up at the beginning of the year. And at that time, based on my goal, I booked a $10,000 trip to Bhutan. I just assumed that by the time the trip came in October, I would most certainly have all the money to finish off paying the full $10,000. And I would have the time of my life on this trip. That trip was supposed to be followed by an EFT retreat where I was going to be learning how to do EFT in the countryside of Spain. I mean, we're talking Moroccan style, guest house, an amazing chef that knew how to cook all the things like gluten-free and raw this and da-da-da-da-da. Very luxurious. Well, come October, I sure hadn't made anywhere near the amount of money that I had set out for myself. I had to use the last of my credit cards. I maxed out my credit cards to finish paying for that trip to Bhutan. And I went on that trip, I had not one thing left. Not one thing left. Not a souvenir was bought. Not a pack of incense was brought from the monasteries of Bhutan. Nothing. And I went to Spain to go to that. I went directly to Spain because I was already supposed to do that, to this EFT retreat to learn how to do EFT. And I was not just broke, I felt broken. I was crying on the plane on the way over there. You're thinking this is going to be the most luxurious trip in the world. And it was anything but. I was so stressed out. And I'm sure if you're here, you know that feeling. You know the feeling of being somewhere beautiful and saying like, I don't even have the money to buy myself lunch here. So anyways, I learn how to do the emotional freedom technique, and I decided to stay really focused on whatever was in the way of money for me. I had been feast and famining since I was 16 years old. I moved out of my mother's house at that time, and I very much lived hand to mouth, even when I started to make way more money, like money some people only dream of. I still lived hand to mouth. I still feast or famined it. So there I was at this retreat, just tapping away on my money stuff, my money stuff, my money stuff. It was a 10-day retreat. In that 10 days, I contacted no one. I had no computer with me. I didn't reach out to a soul. I was totally focused. In that 10 days, $40,000 of potential business came into my inbox, requesting for proposals. I had to borrow a computer from the retreat manager and her office at night so I could work on them. So by the time I left, I had all these consulting opportunities lined up, ready to go. Why? What did that have to do with what I was doing at that retreat? And I came to discover later that very often, as we clear the emotional blocks that are inside of us, it changes what opportunities come to us. It changes what shows up. It alters what I refer to as the field. So if you're a science-based person, you might want to think of this as the quantum field of possibility, where everything is made up of subatomic particles that are essentially vibration. If you're a big hippie woo person, then you then you already believe in vibes, vibration, and how we can change things through our vibration. So either way that you look at it, what we can do to shift what's inside of us can shift what's happening out there. So now that we are all gathered here today, I'm going to officially start our session. So I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Bobbie Breckenridge. I'm a transformational coach, an EFT practitioner, and a meditation guide. I'm also a performing artist. And I am so excited to welcome you to the shift sessions. So today's session is an EFT tapping session to shift your money mindset. So I'm assuming that you're here because your money mindset is not 100 what you'd love for it to be. So if you could just pop into the chat, just what's a word or a phrase to describe what is your current money mindset, and just be real. I'm not going to say what your name is out loud. So just be real inside the chat and just share, like, what's a word? What has you here? What emotions are you experiencing around this? Is it scarcity or fear, uncertainty, doubt, avoidance? Yes. Oh my gosh, so good to see you here. I'm so glad you're here. Avoidance, agitated. Yes, agitation. Oh my gosh, how many fights are started over money? Oh my gosh, it creates so much mental agitation inside of us. And then sometimes it even creates agitation out there with others. Yes, worry, feeling stilted. Exactly. Okay. So there are so many things that people can feel around this, and for some people it really can cause a lot of despair. Sudden financial shifts can cause despair, it can cause depression, and it's something that in our society a lot of people just don't talk about. So not only can it cause all of these negative emotions to occur with us, it can also feel like there's no one I can talk to about this. I can't talk to my partner or my friend because they have their own issues to deal with around money. I can't talk to my parents or my mentors or my partner because they might think that I want something from them. There's so many things that keep us from sharing openly around our challenges with money, and that puts us in a loop. So today, we're going to be doing EFT, also known as emotional freedom technique. The nickname is tapping because you're tapping on your body. This is a way that we utilize our energy meridians, very much like in Chinese medicine, acupuncture, acupressure. You poke or you press on the points. Instead of poking or pressing, we are tapping on those points. We're going to say things out loud. So we're going to use breath, and we're going to use our words, and what we're going to do is essentially reprogram our subconscious mind. We're going to be doing a very short session today. You're welcome to repeat this session a couple times if you're like, oh, there's still more stuff in there. Oh, there's still more memories in there. Oh, there's still more trauma underneath here. Absolutely fine. You can just do it again tomorrow, and then if you need to, do it again the next day. Money has so many layers. We started out learning about money from people who were very often traumatized or stymied in their communication around money, and it's just built from there. So the things I'll say, the only thing you need for this is a little bit of privacy. So putting your device on Do Not Disturb, closing any windows or doors. If somebody's in the next room and you're concerned they might hear you talking out loud, you just go tell them, like, hey, I'm going to be doing a workshop in there. I'm going to be saying things out loud. Don't worry about it. If you hear loud noises coming from in there, I'm just doing this awesome workshop. That's it. That will give you a little more mental space to be able to really go there, because you want to really allow yourself in EFT to let your body release how your body knows to release the old stuck energy that's there. Maybe you've heard the phrase or the book title, "The body keeps the score." Well, we want to have it unscore inside of your body, and therefore you're going to need to be able to exhale, sometimes loudly. You're going to be able to need to make a sound. You're going to need to repeat after me what I say. And there's so many other things that can come through. Laughing, crying, burping is super common. You might hear me do it during this session. It doesn't mean I have indigestion. It means I am literally releasing old stuff from my system as I guide you through it. What other ones? Shaking. Sometimes we release fear through shaking. Yawning. You might see me yawn in this session. I am not tired at all. As you can see right now, I have plenty of energy. The yawning is also a release. So just allowing your body to do what your body knows to do. And you may find yourself wanting to get up and shake it out or move around. Or you can be doing this tap while you're taking a walk in nature. You can be doing this tap while lying down. Like, you are welcome to make yourself comfortable, and sometimes movement can feel really, really good. The only thing you can't do during this EFT session to have it be effective is multitask. There's no way, my dear friend, that you can text or email or manage a crying child or any of those things while also having an effective EFT session. This is your special sacred time for you. So I invite you, if you have a ton of stuff to manage, just go ahead and take care of that stuff. Come back to this session when you get to have some private time for you, because we are here to shift your money mindset in a very short amount of time. So we're going to need your full attention for the full session. Please do not stop mid-session. Whatever you're going to do, if you're going to start this session, finish this session. I do not want you to drop yourself off in an emotionally difficult place, because we're going to ride a wave. We're going to ride a wave where we look at the issue and we look at it head on. We're going to look that dragon right in the eyes and we're going to like, "Mwah, I love you," right? We don't want to stop the session right when you're looking the dragon in the eyes. We want to keep on riding the ride all the way till where we get to where you have reprogrammed your subconscious mind with the thoughts and beliefs that best support you. Okay, so we're going to do this really super profound practice right here on Instagram. So all that to say, if you have your space ready to go, you're committed to staying here for the next 25-30 minutes, we are a go. Okay, so you're going to find your clavicle bones and you're going to start feeling around 2 or 3 inches below there. You're going to feel some funny bone points. That's what I call them. But basically, it's a really uncomfortable spot on your chest. You're just going to massage that very gently. You're going to take some deep breaths. And I'm just going to share a few things for your subconscious mind to hear. I'm letting your subconscious mind know that you're already perfect as you are. There is nothing that you need to fix or change about yourself. And you're also totally welcome to clear any bit of this issue today. There's just no pressure in either direction. I'm going to say things and you're going to repeat after me out loud. The out loud's very important. And you're going to follow your intuition to tweak whatever I say to be authentic for you. So making sure to use the words that actually are a correct and authentic match for what you're experiencing or thinking. I'm reminding your subconscious to let your body just express as your body knows to express, because your body has a wisdom that the logic cannot understand, and to just trust your body's wisdom. And I just want to let you all know you can't do this wrong. So I'm going to tap on the points. I'm going to call them out loud. If you're a few inches to the right or the left, or you use both hands or only use one hand, it doesn't matter. As long as you're tapping generally close to those energy meridians, you're going to do it right. I promise you. Deep breath. Tapping on your eyebrows, repeating after me out loud. Money. Tapping on your temples. Money. Tapping on your cheeks. Money. Deep breath. I wish it was easier. I really do. Tapping under your nose, deep breath. But it really hasn't been. Tapping on your chin. Money has been so challenging. And I've experienced so many negative emotions around it. Deep breath. Tapping on your chest. And name out loud, what are the negative emotions you've been experiencing? Say them out loud. Deep breath. And even though I have been feeling, and repeat them one more time, all the negative emotions you've been feeling around money, I'm open to the possibility of loving and accepting myself just as I am. Even with all of these negative feelings around money. Even though there's only, and name how much money, what's the dollar amount that you have across all your accounts right now. Even though I only have, let's just do your checking account. Even though I only have, and say how much the amount is in my checking account, and it's okay if you don't know, just say, I don't even know how much I have in there. I'm open to the possibility of loving and respecting myself just as I am, with that exact amount in there. Deep breath. Tapping on the front of your ribs. I wish it was more. I wish it was so much more. I wish it was. And just say the number you wish it was. Deep breath. But it's not. Not right now. Right now, it's, and say the number again. Deep breath. Tapping on the side of your ribs. You can do it this way, or you can cross over your chest. Deep breath. And I've been having so many negative thoughts about money on repeat. And it sounds like, and say the thoughts you've been having out loud. I've been thinking to myself, and part of me's really been believing it. Keep going. I've been thinking, deep breath. Tapping on the inside of your wrist. And I've even been believing some of the old programming I got from the people who raised me. And name some of those things that the people who raised you said as you were growing up that are still in there. Part of me is still believing what? Deep breath. Tapping on the top of your thumb. Part of me has been believing what society told me. And just name out loud, what did TV tell you about money? What did the church tell you about money? What did school tell you about money? That's negative, that is not working for you. Just air it out. Say it out loud. Tapping on the top of your first finger, deep breath. Even though part of me really has been believing all of that stuff, I'm open right now in this moment to loving and honoring myself in my journey with money. Deep breath. Tapping on the top of your middle finger. Okay. So part of me learned a bunch of messed up stuff about money. I don't actually need to hold on to all of this negative thinking for the rest of my life. Deep breath. And in fact, part of me is hoping that being here right now, doing this EFT session, is actually going to change something. Part of me is hopeful that a shift really is possible for me. Deep breath. Tapping on the underside of your fourth finger. But that is absolutely insane. I'm going to have some sort of profound shift while doing an IG live for free on my money mindset. That's crazy. Deep breath. Giving some space to that part of yourself that just doesn't believe that tapping on your body and saying things out loud on Instagram is going to change one thing about your money situation. Another deep breath, just breathing into that space that believes that. Tapping on the top of your pinky, even though part of me is pretty certain that this isn't going to change anything for my money situation. But I'm still doing it anyway. I love and accept myself. Tapping on the underside of your hand, deep breath. What if it does? What if this really simple practice that's totally for free, right here and right now, will actually create a profound shift in my life around money? That would be really cool. I would really like that. Deep breath. There's a whole bunch of other thoughts I'd love to be having around money. And it'd be great if they were just flowing from my subconscious mind naturally. Like, I'm really good with money. My financial abundance is ever growing. I'm learning how to expand my streams of income every day, and I'm getting better and better at it. I am so good at managing my money. Deep breath. Yeah, I would love to be thinking really positive thoughts about my money how I manage it, what money will be like in my future. Deep breath. But that's just not what's on the menu of my subconscious. Instead, I'm really worried that, and just name all the worries that you have about money. Even the ones that don't make any sense, like, I'm worried I'm going to be out on the street tomorrow. Whatever's in there, just air it out. I'm worried that and anything you're worried about other people. I'm worried that if I do have money, everybody in my life's going to want to take it from me or whatever. I'm worried that, what about other people are you worried about when it comes to money? I'm worried if I provide for myself, no one else will want to gift me money anymore. Say what's true for you. I'm worried that. Deep breath. I'm worried that if I do receive a ton of money in my life, that what are you worried about if it all comes to you? If just like it just rains that amount of money that you said earlier, if it's just like, here it is, what are you worried could happen? I'm worried I might have to pay so much taxes. What are you worried about? Deep breath. Even though I do have all of these worries, some of them make some sense and some of them really don't. I'm open right now in this moment to having compassion for myself. It's not like I went to school for this. Tapping on your chest. It's not like my parents sat me down and told me ahead of time absolutely everything I was going to need to know to make money, to save money, to invest money, everything I would need to know to avoid debt. Deep breath. In fact, I learned all kinds of stuff from the people who raised me, from school, from the media, from society, that's really not helpful. And right now in this moment, I forgive myself for believing it. Deep breath. The negative feelings I've been having about money, and name those negative feelings again. And the negative thoughts I've been having about money on repeat, and name 2 or 3 of those. All of this really reminds me of something that happened super early on in my life. It reminds me of the time where and just say out loud, what does all this remind you of when you go back to your early life? What happened? Who was there? How did you feel? Say it all out loud. I remember the time when, what happened with money? Paint the whole picture of that scene from when you were young. Deep breath. Tapping on the sides of your ribs. What else happened? Name the rest of the details. And when that happened, I felt so, and say out loud, how'd you feel in that moment? Deep breath. And you're going to close your eyes if they're not closed already. Definitely don't close them if you're driving. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to go as your adult self. You're going to go into that scene, into that place where your younger self just experienced whatever that was. And you're going to address any other people that were there at the time. If I could say anything to those people then, with what I know now, I would tell them and look them right in the eyes and tell them. Watch all of it land in their eyes, land in their souls. Good. And taking a deep breath together with them. Good. And now turning to your younger self, looking your younger self right in the eyes. If I could tell anything to myself then, with the wisdom I have now, I would tell myself, and look your younger self right in the eyes and tell them what they need to hear right now to heal from this moment instantaneously. See all of this wisdom landing in your younger self's eyes as you speak. Taking a deep breath together. And offering your younger self a physical gesture of affection that they could really use right now to seal the deal on this healing for themselves. And you're going to see and feel your younger self become one with your adult self. You're going to take a deep breath together now as one. Fluttering your eyes open, even though I didn't have this wisdom then that I have now. I'm open right now in this moment to integrating it fully and completely into my body, mind, and spirit now. Deep breath. I'd love to be done with this money issue, these worries, and these concerns. The only problem is I'm getting some benefits from them. The benefit I get from worrying about money is, and now you're just going to look, I know it sounds like a paradox, you're just going to look to see, is there any sort of payoff you're getting from it? It makes me work harder. It makes me be disciplined. Or it makes it what? What is it doing for you? These worries around money. Makes me feel relatable. What is it for you? Say it out loud. Deep breath. Tapping on your first finger. And the benefit of that is, what's the benefit of the benefit? And the benefit of that is keep on peeling the onion. Deep breath. And the benefit of that is keep going. Okay, and one more. And the benefit of that is, the benefit of the benefit of the benefit of the benefit of that is what? Tapping on the top of your middle finger, deep breath. What if I could be free of all my worries around money and still feel safe? Tapping on the underside of your fourth finger. What if I could be astonishingly grateful for the amount of money I have now? And still feel abundant. Tapping on the top of your pinky. What if I could have all of the abundance that I envision for myself and still be loved? That would be so great. Deep breath. Tapping on the underside of your hand. Right now, today, and say your full name out loud. I'm letting go of any remaining residue of my money worry issue. And I'm embracing in every cell of my being and my subconscious mind the truth. Deep breath. Anything I need to learn about money, I can. I'm actually really good at learning. I love developing myself. I love expanding my knowledge, my awareness, and anything I need to learn about how money works and how it doesn't work. I'm absolutely open and willing to learn. Deep breath. Tapping on the top of your head. Any hang-ups I might have around money that I discovered today or that I discover in the future, I have the ability to heal. Every single bit of it. There's not one misbelief around money that I need to keep. Deep breath. And in fact, I get to turn those around right now. Tapping on the front of your eyebrows, deep breath. Tapping on your temples. The old me was believing, and say out loud what one of the negative beliefs around money was. And the new me believes, and now you're going to say the exact opposite. I know it's a stretch. Go for it anyway. What is the exact opposite of it? If it's I am poor, it becomes I am rich. If it's money is scarce, it becomes money is abundant. Deep breath. Let's do a few more of these. The old me was believing. And the new me, as of right now today, is open to believing, and now flip it. Exactly. What's the exact opposite? Tapping under your nose, deep breath. Feels good, doesn't it? The old me was believing. And now the new me, as of right now, today, in this very instant, believes what? And now say the exact opposite. Deep breath. I am capable of massive financial expansion. I am capable of whole new levels of gratitude around every single thing I have. Like what? Start naming them. Start naming the most obvious luxuries you have that not everyone in the world does. I have this device. I have running water. I have electricity. Keep going. Name all the luxuries that you have. Tapping on your chest. I actually have so many luxuries, it would take me at least the next hour or two to name them all. As it turns out, I really am rich. And the truth about me is, I'd just like to be richer. Deep breath. Right now, today, and say your full name out loud. Release any and all shame around money. The money I have and the money I don't have. All the riches I have around me and all the riches I don't have. Deep breath. Everything I have in my savings and investments and everything I don't have, I release any and all shame around money. I forgive myself for what my money story has been up until now. And I declare right now in this moment that I have the power to create the financial abundance that is in alignment with my desires. Deep breath. I can learn anything I need to learn. I can ask for mentorship. I can request teamwork. I can read and listen to books. I can even set up a spreadsheet if I have to. I am capable of any and all skills required to become extraordinary at expanding my financial abundance and appreciating and being grateful for every single thing I have along the way. I get to be the rich that I am now and love and appreciate it all. And I get to be how rich I'm going to be in the future, expanding my financial abundance exponentially, and I get to appreciate it all then too. Deep breath. The truth about me is, and now you're going to say 3 huge statements, really stretch yourself. 3 new beliefs about money and you that are really going to support you in massive financial expansion. Get ready, wave your magic wand, and go. The truth about me is, keep going, go big. It's going to feel over the top. Go for it. The truth about me is, and one final one, the biggest one. The real truth about me is, deep breath, tapping all over your body, saying any final things you'd like to program into your subconscious mind. Good. You did it. So if this is your first time, welcome to Emotional Freedom Technique. Welcome to EFT tapping. It has been a pleasure and an honor to serve you. You're welcome to, if you're here in the live, to put any questions you might have or comments into the chats. I'm absolutely happy to answer any questions you have or hear anything about your experience you'd like to share. And while you all do that, I'm going to share with everyone that EFT is a practice that you can use anytime on your own. So yes, come back and do this video as many times as you need to do it. Share it with all the people in your life who would love to also have some of these breakthroughs, right? And you can take yourself through this. A bill comes in you weren't expecting. Just start tapping on yourself. Even though I'm feeling freaked out, shocked, and surprised at this bill, I love and accept myself. So it's even though I'm feeling ... I love and accept myself. Then you can take yourself through all the negative thoughts. Even though I'm thinking, oh my God, how am I going to pay this? Wait, is this even correct? I don't even know if this is the correct thing. What's going to happen with the rest of my bills because of this bill? I love and accept myself. So even though I'm feeling ... I love and accept myself. Even though I'm thinking ... I love and accept myself. Take yourself through all of that as many times, as many different thoughts and feelings as you need to. And when you feel your nervous system regulate and calm down, when you start to feel a clearing happen and you've loved and accepted everything that is there, all the negative stuff that's there, you've loved and accepted it just for what it is, then and only then can you start effectively programming in the new thoughts. You know what? The truth of the matter is, I can handle this. I may not know exactly right now where this money is coming from, but I know I am always taken care of. The universe has my back. Whatever are the thoughts that you want to program in, you can do that once you've loved and accepted all the negative thoughts and emotions. So that is the scoop. I'm glad to hear it was very moving. So much stuck emotion released. Yes, absolutely. I am so glad to hear that. So it has been a pleasure and an honor to serve you. You can find me at livingyourdreamcoach.com. If you'd like to work with me, I have a program starting on Tuesday, a 3-month program called Thrive Lab. I'd love to share with you more about it. You can contact me through my website, livingyourdreamcoach.com, or right here on Instagram at Love Breckenridge, BRECKENRIDGE. That's Love Breckenridge, spelled like Breckenridge, Colorado. And you can ask me about my program there and I'll share more with you. I am wishing you the most magical and abundant rest of your day, your week, your month, your year, and your lifetime. Thank you so, so very much. You did it. Well done.